Perfectionism is not discipline. It is not standard. It's not ambition. It is fear. It is the prison that chains brilliant writers to half-finished drafts. Traps entrepreneur to endless plans that never launches. And chain creators to folder full of ideas that never see the light. Let's cut deeper here. Perfectionism is procrastination in mask. It looks normal. It feels safe, but really it's killing your progress. And if you are ever faced that, welcome on board. Welcome back to Abed Podcast. This is episode 50. This is where we break the cycle of failure and give you the tools to upgrade your self-development, sharpen your career, and step boldly into the entrepreneurial journey. Today's episode is about the invisible enemy, the invisible negative power keeping you possibly stuck, which is perfectionism. Not at the start, not at the finish line, but in the middle, where the pressure, the fear choke your momentum. We will uncover how perfectionism causes procrastination, why it's actually a lie, and the exact tool to break free so you can finally start completing the unfinished businesses. Let's get into it.
Perfectionism is not kind of a black or white. It's not I am a perfectionist or you aren't a perfectionist, but it's really, where we sit on the perfectionism spectrum. And some of us will be more perfectionistic on that spectrum, some will be a little less, most will be in the middle. And the big contribution, I think, of my work is showing that middle bit of the perfectionism spectrum, where most of us sit, is slowly creeping upwards, and we're seeing growing levels of perfectionism over time, particularly among young people.
First, let's talk about the pain. Perfectionism, deception as excellence. But in reality, it's toxic. It whispers, if it is not flawless, it's worthless. And here what happens. The person who wished to write books, he write 10 of drafts, but never translated to a book. The person who is stuck to write the perfect email or the perfect text message saves it in the draft because it's not perfect. The entrepreneur who has loads of idea with zero launches. The job seeker professional waiting for the perfect job to apply for that never happen, that never comes. Perfectionism does not make you better. It freezes you, it paralyzes you, it convinces you to delay until tomorrow, till next week, till never. This is what I like to call it, the perfectionism procrastination loop. You fear falling short, so you don't start. You don't start, so you never grow. And the longer you wait, the heavier you feel demotivated and defeated. The longer the to-do list goes on and on, the deeper you are in the rabbit hole. Now, if that's not enough, let's twist the knife. Here is the truth most people won't tell you. Perfectionism is not about standard, it's about fear. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. Perfectionism is the fortress you build it to feel safe. The voice in your head says, if I never release anything imperfect, then nobody can criticize me. But here's the twist. If you never release anything, you can't grow, you cannot connect, and definitely you cannot win. And most definitely, you're going to be stuck in the cycle of failure. Look around you with the examples in the real life. No breakthrough, real breakthrough, started perfect. Look at the Apples. Their first computer was chunky, clunky. I don't know what is it you call it. Netflix website was ugly. Your favorite creator in YouTube space, how was his first video? But you know what the comment between them? They dare to start even if it's messy. They dare to improve while they are in the public eyes. They dare to prove where everyone is watching them. And that is why they succeeded.
When we look at the data, however, we find no relationship between perfectionism and performance. And this is really curious because they work so hard, they put everything into their activities, and yet they don't seem to perform any better. Why is that?
So to help explain this, let's look at this study of student athletes which involved cycling trials. The students were split up into two groups. Now within this group of students, some of them had high levels of perfectionism directed towards themselves and the rest didn't, based on a survey that they did at the start. And all of these students were told to cycle for 6 minutes and to try to beat their personal best time. But the researchers in this study were very sneaky, and so by manipulating the information that was shown to the students on the screen, the test was set up in a way that ensured that everyone would fail to meet their personal targets. Now the students were then asked to try the trial for a second time. And the really interesting thing was that the students who had high levels of perfectionism did not try as hard on the second round. Or in other words, after their first failure, their effort actually decreased. Whereas for the group that had the non-perfectionists in it, their effort stayed the same. So this can be explained by the fact that perfectionists find it really hard when things start to go wrong, which then translates into behaviors that avoid further failure, otherwise known as procrastination. So being a perfectionist tends not to actually make you perform better, it tends to make you perform worse if you've had a setback. But then the second reason why perfectionism is not associated with better performance is because although perfectionists tend to work very hard, they probably work too hard. And this means that they often tend to start making compromises in their life. Like it's very easy to miss a few hours of sleep just to work on an assignment to try and make it perfect, or spending way too much time on that presentation at work to make it that much better. But ultimately, even though this might look good on paper, these sacrifices are what lead a perfectionist towards less productivity, less success, and way more burnout.
So the immediate question will pop in and will say, okay, fine, you gave us the problem, but how we can break through it? Fine. So how we can break free from this trap? I will give you a suggested toolkit. Feel free to choose which one you want to pick. Number 1, the 2-minute rule. If that task takes you less than 2 minutes, do it now. Action beat hesitation. Look at your to-do list today. Examine it. If any of this item or any of these notes in your to-do list will take less than 2 minutes, do it now, immediately. No hesitation. Let's get it done. Number 2, process goals versus outcome goals. Let me explain. Don't aim for perfect end results. Instead, aim for the daily reps. Writing for 30 minutes, making a sales call, finishing that email that you keep it pending, finish that text message, do that booking for certain appointment, make a sales call, post one video, just do it. If you focus just for the outcome, you will never do anything. The process of pushing those forward will make you perfect. Number 3, embrace imperfection. Let me explain. Your first draft will suck. That's exactly how you learn. I remember back on the day, my first ever training program I needed to conduct, it was in 2019. It was shaky. Not for the reason that I did not prepare, not at all. I didn't sleep that night of anticipation of doing something new. I prepared and I re-prepared and I did it again, still not sure if I will make the cut. Fast forward, 2025, it's becoming a second nature. Remember, each imperfect action or rep builds the skill. Number 4, done versus perfect. And adopt this mantra. Done is better than perfect. Done moves the needle. Perfect never leaves the notebook. So, don't rush of doing stuff. I'm not advocating for that. Do your homework. Do it at best level that you can reach at that moment, then push it. This is when you get stuff done. You don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect writing, the perfect timeline. No, just push it, test it. That's why you improve. Number 5, self-compassion. Remember this. You will slip. You will go back to the cocoon of perfectionism. You will loop back to that because of fear. That's fine. Don't shame yourself. Don't beat yourself heavily. But how you do it? First of all, notice it, name it, recognize what is the action happened on that moment, redirect it, and keep moving. It might sound vague, but again, as we said, one step at a time, one punch at a time, you will get there. And this is what is self-discipline is all about. Because the only way out is through action. Messy, imperfect, non-stop action, relentless actions. So let's bring this home. Perfectionism isn't a badge of honor. It is a prison. It is cover-ups as ambition. But it is fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of not being enough. The antidote? Start small. Embrace the mess. Celebrate progress. And remember, done beats perfect. Every single time. So by the end of this video, I made this video short and sweet because I don't want it to be perfect. I wanted to get it done. So here what I need you to do. Take one project you have been procrastinating on because it was not ready, because it was not the right moment to launch, and start it today. One misstep, one chance for improvement, one chance for evolving, it will make you a winner. Because the world doesn't need your perfect. The world needs your contribution. And above all, your life project is all about keep moving forward. And keep moving forward is the absolutely opposite of being stuck at the perfectionism. Until next episode, keep grinding, keep pushing, and keep winning. And above all, keep breaking the cycle of failure. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.